Hi everyone. Happy New Year. My name is Warren Davis and I am the designer and programmer of the original Q*bert arcade game. I don't know if you know this or not, but January 29th, 2025 is the beginning of the Lunar New Year, and this year it's the year of the snake. Well, I thought this might be a good time to give a little PSA for our slimy little friends. I've got some experience with one snake in particular. His name is Coily. He's got a little bit of a bad rap. I mean, he does chase Q*bert around and he will crush the life out of him if he catches him, but you really can't blame him for that. I mean, he is programmed that way. And how about the way he coils himself up into a spring and bounces everywhere? I mean, that's pretty impressive. Gotta give him some credit for that. So I just thought that as we enter the Lunar New Year, the year of the snake, we might want to set aside our personal biases and prejudices, and the next time you see a snake, give it a chance. Unless it's a cobra or a rattlesnake, then get the hell out of there fast. Yeah.
Gung Hei, Fat Joy, and Happy New Year from Retro Spectrum. If this is your first time joining us, be sure to check out our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our subscribers. And while you're contemplating joining our crew, let's take some time to discuss the complicated history of the snake.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Our friend Coily is the perfect example of how serpents get a bad rap. Ever since that mess in the Garden of Eden, snakes haven't been able to get a square deal. Since then, these reptiles have become synonymous with temptation and deceit. And it isn't even all that much better over in Norse mythology. The Midgard serpent is an evil giant that coils his body around the world, destined to cause the death of Thor during Ragnarok.
The prophesied death of my homeworld, the end of days.
Serpents haven't fared all that well during modern times either. But for more on that, let's snake rattle and roll over to our friend That Weekend Warrior in order to learn a little bit more about some pop culture pythons.
Having grown up in the 80s, I don't mind saying that animation hasn't been that kind to snakes. For example, we have watched G.I. Joe battle the forces of Cobra since the early 80s. In the 90s, we discovered that Homer Simpson and his family celebrate a local holiday known as Whacking Day. That's the day that Jebediah Springfield rid the town of any and all snakes by hitting them on the head. Or at least, that's how the legend goes. Also, isn't the perpetual criminal on Simpsons named Snake? I seem to remember that actor Samuel L. Jackson isn't all that fond of snakes as well.
I have had it with these monkey-fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday play.
And the original Karate Kid, Daniel LaRusso, still has beef with Cobra Kai some 40 years later.
It's not really all that different at the House of Mouse. Remember Kaa from Disney's adaptation of The Jungle Book? He's one of the antagonists in the story and attempts to hypnotize poor little Mowgli in order to eat him, presumably. Sir Hiss was another deceptive reptile who likely hypnotized King Richard into going off on a crusade and allowing Prince John to take over the crown in Richard's absence.
No, none of that. None of that. Well, I was only trying to help.
Now let's travel from England to Agrabah and check out the Sultan's royal vizier Jafar. In the film, he's described as trusted and loyal, but the truth is, he uses his snake staff to hypnotize the Sultan, bending the monarch's mind to Jafar's will.
Here, Jafar, whatever you need will be fine.
Heck, towards the end of the film, Jafar uses the power of sorcery to transform into a giant cobra. Of course, not all animated snakes are corrupt and deceitful. Disney seems to have become a bit more understanding of the serpent over the past few years. How many people remember Mama Odie's loyal and highly affectionate pet Juju from 2009's full-length animated film The Princess and the Frog? Now, if I'm not mistaken, Zootopia 2 should be released at some point during the Year of the Snake, and sure enough, they're adding a new character named Gary, a talkative viper voiced by none other than Ke-Huy Quan. I wonder if Dr. Jones knows that Short Round is voicing a snake. Wednesday, January 29th, marks the beginning of the Lunar New Year and the start of the Year of the Snake. The snake is the 5th sign in the Chinese Zodiac. People born in the Year of the Snake are oftentimes considered wise, elegant, and somewhat mysterious. They are said to possess a sharp intellect, helping them to overcome adversity and outsmart their opponents. They also present an almost magnetic allure. You could even describe them as hypnotic. Don't believe me? Well, what if I told you that Liam Hemsworth was born under the snake zodiac? In fact, a number of attractive thespians are snakes, like Grace Kelly, Liv Tyler, Brooke Shields, and Audrey Hepburn. Daniel Radcliffe is also a snake, which should come as no surprise since he has the ability to speak Parseltongue. If you are a Marvel fanboy, or fan person, you should know that Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., was born in the Year of the Snake. So was Brie Larson, Elizabeth Olsen, and the king of comics, Jack Kirby. Oh, and the Hulk is a snake. Not the Incredible Hulk, rather, Hulk Hogan. But if wrestling's your thing, you should know that John Cena was born under the snake zodiac. Comedians Bob Newhart and Chris Rock were both born in the Year of the Snake. Same goes for Tim Allen, the voice of Buzz Lightyear, and the legendary astronaut Buzz Aldrin. JFK and his wife Jackie were both born under the snake zodiac. And if you feel the burn, you should know that Bernie Sanders is a snake as well. Brilliant men like Howard Hughes and Stephen Hawking were both born in the Year of the Snake. So were a number of talented athletes like Arnold Palmer, Tom Brady, the People's Champion Muhammad Ali, and hockey player Tim Horton.
Tim Horton Donuts. Fresh from your friend along the way.
Legendary talk show host Oprah Winfrey was born under the snake zodiac. Barbara Walters, Howard Stern, and Martha Stewart are all snakes as well. And if you are a big fan of music, you should appreciate that Desi Arnaz, Chubby Checker, Bob Dylan, Otis Redding, Ella Fitzgerald, Dean Martin, June Carter Cash, Shania Twain, Paul Simon, Dr. Dre, Billie Eilish, and T. Swizzle, the iconic Taylor Swift, were all born in the Year of the Snake. People born under the snake zodiac typically get along with those born under the rooster and dragon. However, they don't seem to get along with tigers, rabbits, sheep, pigs, or even other snakes.
What a pity.
Oh, you have no idea.
The Chinese New Year will likely bring about some challenges for those born in the Year of the Snake. They might face some financial issues and should keep close tabs on their health.
Excuse me, Buster.
Snakes should avoid the numbers 1, 6, and 7, as well as the colors white, gold, and brown. And that just about covers it. Now, I want to hear from all of you. What are you looking forward to most this next year? Tell me all about it in the comments section below. We also should thank YouTuber and pop culture guru, That Weekend Warrior, as well as the iconic Warren Davis, for helping us show a little love for our friend the snake. Oh hey, and before you go, please do me a favor and click that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Retro Spectrum so you don't miss a single episode of Details.